As we step into the energy of December the 18th through to the 24th, a week that is steeped with enchantment of the holidays, marked by the celestial dance of the winter solstice. Let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this transformative season. Many of you are likely immersed in the final preparations, the joyous gatherings, and the anticipation of the holidays that are rolling out over this week and next. And in the heart of this week, on the 22nd, we embrace the winter solstice, a pause where we experience the shortest day and the longest night of the year, knowing that our daylight begins to grow and our hope is reborn. It's a powerful time for reflection, for setting intentions, as we welcome in the return of the light in our lives. I'm truly grateful to have you here sharing this cosmic journey. So let's infuse our days with the magic of the season and the transformative energy of the solstice. Whether you're indulging in the festive traditions or finding solace in quiet moments, the universe is aligning to make this week a tapestry of positive vibrations for you. So join me as we navigate the cosmic currents from December the 18th through to the 24th. Let's turn to the cards. I'm eager to share my insights with you, offer guidance, and a sprinkle of a little extra stardust on your holiday celebrations. I'm wishing you joy and magic in the week ahead. This is a week to embrace the magic. Welcome, Aquarius. This is your weekly focus, December the 18th through to the 24th, 2023. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you for all of your love and your support that you send me each and every day, and welcome. Let's dive into the cards, shall we? Okay, our underlying energy for the week is the Seven of Pentacles. Where is your focus? Where is your attention? So where you have, where you've taken your focus away from certain parts of your life, you may now look at it and say, I need to put more focus there because it needs work, it needs love, it needs nurturing. It needs caring for. And maybe you've been putting your focus too much in other areas. But I think you're really looking at the balance of where you can put your focus, how much time, energy, and resources you have to focus with on certain parts of your life. So we're really looking at the growth in our life and where we want that growth, where that growth is, where's the possibility for growth, where's the potential for growth, and where it actually needs to be weeded out, or it needs to be cleansed in some way. It needs to have balance put in there in some way. Okay, first card, Two of Swords. Two of Swords, it's decision-making time here. I get a sense that you're getting ready to clean out some of the clutter. You're understanding what has value, what doesn't, and you are removing what no longer has value, what no longer serves you in your life going forward. You know, the Seven of Pentacles, we're looking at where we need to put our focus, where we want growth in our life. And yes, in order to do that, we have to release some things in our life. We have to make room for that in our life. This is a decision on... You know, this is a decision, first and foremost, it's going to take courage. It's going to take courage, and it's in order to make this decision. You're not going to be able to find the answers in your exterior world. You need to look within. You might even know the answer, but you don't want to admit it. You don't want to do it. You know, sometimes you come to a decision, well, if I want to do that, then I'm going to have to do this. And it's like, I don't want to do that. Ugh. What can I do besides that? And so you're holding off on making that decision to do that because it's something that isn't necessarily fun but needs doing in order for you to move forward to the next stage and the stage after that. Or maybe you'll be the unpopular person if you make that decision. You know it's right. You want to do it, but you know everybody's going to be upset if you make that decision the way you're thinking you need to make it. And so there's this courage, and a lot of emotion around it. So it is going to rock the boat, maybe of your world, maybe of theirs, maybe everybody's involved. but look within to make the right choice, the right decision, no matter, and if it fills you with fear and it fills you with anxiety, then yes, look at that fear, look at that anxiety, but then you need to walk through and do what you need to do. We have the Five of Swords. This is standing in our truth. Now, not to the point where we allow pride or something to our ego to be the better of us, and so we won't admit when we were wrong, or we get defensive very easily, or it's my way or the highway kind of attitude. We could actually burn some bridges under this kind of energy. But also, we need to be mindful that if they are telling us to do things, they're the way we're supposed to live our life, and we're not necessarily agreeing with that, that we don't sacrifice a part of our power away, that we don't just give in for the sake of being accepted. Because if you have to change yourself in order to be accepted, then you're going to find yourself constantly changing to find the acceptance, the approval. People should love you just because of who you are, and you know that. So don't lower your standards in some ways. And in some ways, you're going to have to stand strong and true for yourself and say, I can't have you in my life anymore because you drain me, or your energy is, or you criticize me all the time, or you're never there when I need you, and you're never there to support me. When, it's these kinds of things. But it could even be advice that's being given to you, and making sure that the advice that you're being given isn't being carved into stone, but rather you are just mulling it over, you are thinking about it, and you are coming to your own conclusions about what you should do and shouldn't do. And then we have the Four of Swords. Rest and recuperation. Definitely watch your health. Don't burn the candle at both ends. Okay, make sure that you're taking care of you. This is not a time to have your armor on. Take your armor off. Hang up those weapons. Lay down. Recuperate. Rejuvenate. Take care of yourself. Body, mind, and spirit. So take time for meditation, for prayer, for grounding yourself in nature, for getting some good exercise, eating healthily, getting enough sleep. Doing everything in moderation, okay? There's a lot of festivities happening throughout this weekend next, and you've probably had a week of it already. So everything in moderation. Don't go overboard. Don't go to the extreme. Be conscious and cautious of how every decision will affect you going forward. Okay? Watch your health. Don't take unnecessary risks. Okay, work and career. We have the Page of Pentacles. Well, what do you want? Because whatever it is, ain't big enough. You need to expand that dream. You need to search for bigger horizons. To ask for so much more than you are asking for. Once again, you're not selling yourself short. You're not trying to settle for less just so, you know how you make I want to do this because that's, you kind of figure, well, that's obtainable. If I really showed up and did what I had to do, I'd get that. So it has to be like, wow, what if? What if that really happened? It should almost scare you a little bit. If it's not scaring you a little bit, it's not big enough yet. Okay, and don't worry about the details. You'll see. Do not worry about the details right now. Notice that there is a lot of fog behind us. We do not know the steps we need to take in order to create that masterpiece that we are thinking of. Our best life ever. But this is a new path that we are exploring, and the beauty and the magnitude of it and the growth of it. And yeah, think of it bigger than life right now. Don't worry. We can whittle it back down into practicalities later on. This isn't a week for it, okay? This is a week to think big, to make your dreams not fit into that tiny box, to explode, to color outside the lines. And I mean, work and career, what do you want to do? What is your passion? What motivates you? What makes you jump out of bed in the morning? What makes you beat the alarm clock? Those are the kinds of things that you need to go in search of right now, whether it's in the workplace that you're already in, or maybe it's something out there. Maybe you're inventing that that opportunity for yourself. Maybe you've decided to start your own business in some way, create your own abundance in some way. But do not think of it on small scale. You may have to take your next steps, might have to be small scale. But right now, we are imagining the potential of what could be if we started on that trail. Relationships, romance, Four of Pentacles. What are we holding on to here? What are we holding on to that doesn't allow us to step into this relationship the way we need to step into this relationship? And a lot of the signs have had more of self-work having to be done this week than the actual relationship itself. And it goes the same with you. It's like you're holding on to something. Now, it could be that you had another relationship that was bad or didn't go well. You have some scars from it, and so you don't give up that part of yourself. You keep that part of yourself behind the wall. You keep yourself safe, even though you know deep down that this person would not abuse your good nature or abuse you in any way or fashion that this last person did. You still keep that wall up. You just don't have that little bit of extra belief or trust that. And you know what? If you've gotten through the relationship and you were realizing it wasn't healthy because of this, it wasn't healthy because of that, that tells me that you have grown your wisdom from when you had entered that relationship, which means that now you know what to look for. You know what those red flags look like, and you can let down that wall. So it's really about finding that belief in yourself that you are a stronger, more capable person than you've ever been before in your life. Regardless of who you are and where you're going and what stage of the game you're at, you are smarter than you were yesterday, and tomorrow you'll be smarter than you were today. And to realize that we can let some things stay in the past. We don't have to carry them forward, because by carrying them forward, we're holding on to them, we're keeping them tight, we're keeping them, safe behind the wall, but we're not also experiencing the magnitude of love and what love can possibly be in your life so long as we stay behind those walls. It's a time of letting go. It might be letting go of people in our lives. Staying in relationships that don't work. And I'm not just talking significant other here. It could be a very good friend. It could be somebody in the community. It could be a coworker, but the connection is gone and it's time for you to go your separate ways. Okay? You both have different paths to walk. So the sooner you come to that realization, the sooner that both of you can go into the new beginnings. So watch what you're hanging on to. Watch, where you're clinging, where you're over dependent on another person for something, and grow your independence a little bit more in those areas. Spirituality, we have the Eight of Pentacles. You got to start seeing yourself as the rock star you are. Through meditation, through prayer, through, as you're having those conversations seemingly with yourself, you can open yourself up to see the beauty of who you truly are and the potential of who you can become. Pray on it. Pray on for the wisdom, for the skill, for the knowledge. Maybe you want a mentor to come in, but you're raising the bar on yourself here. And so raise the bar on yourself through meditation. See yourself achieving. If you're going after a goal, a dream, and desire, go into meditation and see yourself, your mind's eye. Seeing yourself become the person that you were meant to be. Seeing yourself with your full potential being utilized, embraced, and taking you forward each and every day. Health and well-being, we have the Tower card. There's some things that you need to change. When it comes to your health, when it comes to your well-being, there's something that you're not doing that you should be doing, and you know it. And maybe it's unhealthy habits. Maybe you've been overindulging this Christmas season, or this festive season, I should say, so I don't get anybody's dander up there. This is also considering that, you can't be more than you already are when it comes to, maybe you're thinking, well, maybe I'm getting up there a couple of years, I'm not the spring chicken I once was, and I shouldn't be running anymore or jogging anymore or playing volleyball or dodgeball, or that's for the youth. Well, you know what I say to that. I say, it's only what you believe. It's only what you're telling yourself. You see Chuck Norris? He's in his 80s. See Chuck Norris? You don't see him saying, I'm not playing dodgeball anymore. He's the one throwing the ball at your head while you're thinking that thought. This is breaking through the glass ceiling of what you expect your health and well-being to be like. It's like you're taking whatever the age is or whatever the symptoms are, and you're kind of putting yourself in the square box, and you're round, or you're putting yourself in a round box and you're square, or what, you're just not fitting. Okay, it's about being true to yourself. And if you want to start skydiving when you're 81, then go skydiving when you're 81. And there's been people, I've read stories of this one lady in her late 70s. She was so crippled with arthritis she could barely get out of bed. Or she was in her early 70s, I think. And she decided that she wanted to figure skate again. That she had done it as a young girl and she wanted to do it again. And yet she couldn't get out of that bed. And so she started with simple stretching exercises, and each day she was determined to just be a little bit better than the day before. And you know what? It took her a couple of years, but she got back on those skates again. And wow, was she dynamic on that ice. It all stems down to the belief of yourself and what you can do for yourself and how you can grow your image of yourself. You can make it a reality. You can step into it. Okay? I've seen people that they said they can't walk, and I see them walking. I see people who have limitations and they overcome them. I recently saw a young lady perform on stage. She only had 40% lung capacity. She did opera. It was amazing. You know, I saw a man with no legs. He was doing high jumps and stuff like that. Like, just unbelievable. Like, so it's really what you believe. And I'm not telling you to go to any extreme like that, but I think you're selling yourself short for who you can become with a little bit of effort. And it's the matter of breaking through the glass ceiling and believing in yourself, your health, your well-being, and that you decide. You are the decision maker in your health, in your well-being. Let's go to the Circle of Doors tarot cards. See what card we get for you. The Death card, the 13 energy. The Death card appears. Well, let's go look what that's all about. Though you quake and shiver at the sight of me, you will remember our everlasting friendship. My cold, loving hand on your shoulder. We walk together forever. Let it end so you can begin. The world is a gift that is given to us, but nothing that you know, feel, or become will ever truly belong to you, because it all belongs to death. She watches and holds you through every day and night, and she will take it all back when the time comes. Your ego is a shell of armor that must crumble and grow and crumble again so that the soft, sweet soul within can keep growing. Feel the touch of death's grace in every passing moment, and let your small and young self die so that your old and wise self can be born and reborn again and again. Ask yourself, will you allow yourself to shatter into nothing and then rise up anew? Can you feel the world breathing us all in and out? Do you trust the wisdom and perfection of life's beloved companion? Your affirmations for this week are: my greatest power is transformation. Death walks beside me at all times. I am always reinventing myself. Death is miraculous as birth. And I don't think they mean death by any stretch of the imagination as you actually physically dying, but rather parts of yourself so that you can bring in renewed energy, give birth to new energy, new dreams, new desires, new vitality. If you like what I do and you want to see more of me, then subscribe, ring the bell so that you'll be notified every time I put out new content. Leave a like, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. I would appreciate it. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.